In 2006, Lawler dressed as Michael Jackson for Halloween when he was in college with a visibly darkened face. He doesn't dispute the authenticity of the images, but said, quote, "The ugly practice of blackface was the furthest thing from my mind. For anyone who takes offense to the photo, I am sorry." This controversy hits Lawler's re-election campaign right as he is locked in that incredibly close race. And it's one of several, as you well know, Basil Smikle, in the state of New York. Lawler beat Sean Patrick Maloney by fewer than 2,000 votes in 2022. That's less than 1%. Can something like this, with 32 days to go, make a difference?
With Kamala Harris on the top of the ticket and Mondaire Jones, who's run a strong campaign, and hopefully he has an opportunity to hit hard on this particular issue, and I hope that there's an opportunity to raise some money off of this and say, look, this is why we need to get Mike Lawler out of this race. So yeah, I do think that this is a kind of development for Mondaire that we really needed, Democrats really needed in a really tight race in a state that Democrats really need to be able to take back the House.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Democrats lost 5 seats in New York in 2022. And so they've got a plan. You know what it is to have a plan in New York. Yeah. They are looking at themselves as a purple state,
right?
Even though, you know, New York obviously is a blue state. Linking state and local party operations, opening 40 offices in 7 House districts, hiring 100 full-time staffers. Is it smart? Is it enough?
It is smart. It is enough. And the DNC is actually putting more money into state parties than they have before, which is fantastic because that infrastructure becomes really important. Everybody down ballot and being able for Democrats to be able to contest in every part of the state, in every race, is also critically important. Can I just make this one point about blackface?
Sure.
Because some people will say, you know, there wasn't an intention here, but let me talk about the intentionality of blackface. Somebody has gone out and bought makeup or polish and taken time to stroke their face with this makeup or polish, being careful to go around the eyes and around the ears and look themselves in the face and say, you know what, I'm happy and comfortable with the way that I look. There is nothing unintentional about that. My culture is not your costume. And I can't understand how we can say this over and over and over again, and there are no repercussions for this. There have been other people across the country, elected officials, the governor of Virginia, by the way, who has done this with no repercussions at all. And we have to get to a point.
Why?
Why? Because for some reason, they have had the ability to slide it on the rug and say, I'm sorry, it will never happen again. I was just honoring someone, or I was just making a joke, or I was just doing it, not thinking about the history of it. We've talked about the history. We've talked about where this comes from. But the problem is that there are a lot of folks around these individuals that just let it slide, don't call them on this. And there is this sort of en masse effort to push it under the rug because at the end of the day, you know, black folks should just get over it. And that's why when people say, you know, my vote doesn't matter, this is why we have to come back and say your vote does matter. These people should not be in office. This is not the way things are supposed to be, or that leaders should carry themselves.
Leaders should lead, should show leadership.
With everybody.
Basil Smikle, it's always good to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quickly tell people what you're doing this weekend. It's so cool.
I'm a trustee of the FDR Presidential Library and Museum. There is a wonderful civil rights exhibit that is ongoing there. I have a little piece of the video afterwards, and we're going to do a panel discussion on the civil rights history and legacy of Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Remember history. It's important. Thank you,
right.
Basil. Appreciate it. Coming up, we'll go live to Lebanon after a fresh barrage of Israeli missiles set off huge explosions. Who Israel says it was targeting. You're watching. Chris Jansing reports.
Febreze. I use Febreze Fabric Refresher every day to make my home smell amazing. On my bed, my couch, my jacket or jeans, in between washes, even shoes. Febreze doesn't cover up odors with scent, but fights them and freshens. Over 1,000 uses. Febreze Fabric Refresher.
Our right to reproductive health care is being stolen from us.
I can't believe this is the world we live in. where we're losing the freedom to control our own bodies.
We need your support now more than ever. Go online, call, or scan this code with your $19 monthly gift, and we'll send you this Care No Matter What t-shirt.
It is your right to have safe health care. That's it.
Go online, call, or scan right now.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Looking for a way to stretch the dollar? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices and tap to switch online. That's it. No phone calls and no wasted time. Go to